So the former prince named Andrew Windsor, I can't call his middle name or whatever name else they gave him. He got arrested yesterday because of the Epstein file. Um, in it, basically, he's been arrested for while he was being a working royal, he passed on private information to Epstein in the file. So that's what he's been arrested for. He's been released on bail, or he's been released and he's back, and they're searching his former home, and now they're searching his home that he lives in at the moment. Now, you got to take this with a pinch of salt because through history, how much royals have you seen gone to prison for stuff that they've done? And there's been a few that have done stuff that probably should have been, going to jail. Well, way, way, way back. In between that gap from the 1600, they kind of kept themselves out of the news and kept themselves out of problems. But now here we are, and the former prince, but I'm going to say Prince Andrew, has been arrested for passing on. But there's other things in the file. Me personally, this is how I'm watching them, with a side eye, because, you know, Andrew going to prison by the same laws in the name of his brother. Nah, I don't think so. Hopefully, they might find some more stuff that can, you know, be incriminated in the sex trafficking. But for now, it's allegedly, and they haven't arrested him for that. But the one person that I know everybody wants them to arrest, the man that's been dodging the police, dodging the FBI, dodging everybody, you know, Donald Trump. Yesterday I was watching a clip where someone asked him about Epstein, and he's basically saying, is people still talking about that creep, trying to distance himself when you can clearly see him in videos and photos with Epstein. And it was very cozy with him. We're not saying that he's in the files a lot. Donald Trump is in the files a lot. Just like Andrew is in the file a lot. So I'm hoping that just like how the UK police are doing their job, I just hope that the Americans and the FBI are doing their job also. Now, what does this mean for the royal family? Me personally, a lot of people are asking, the King Charles, about what stuff that his brothers got up to. And me personally, don't think that it's appropriate for people to be asking him, because at the end of the day, nobody saw the the king with him when he was doing his foolishness. So, is he gonna tell the truth to his brother? I don't think he will. So basically, don't ask the king about what his brother been doing, because he had his own private life that he was living at the moment. So this file, I hope that everybody stick to the gun. I hope they do the investigation properly, and I hope that the guilty parties get prosecuted and be put in jail, because here we see regular people going up against the power and the might of this world, where there's so much people in power that's got money, and they use that money, or got that power, got people around them, influences around them, to hide the little dirty stuff that they be doing, or been doing, or did do when they were younger. And, like I said, that's one person that's been dodging it very well, and that's Donald Trump. And we hope that he gets, hope that they can use these Epstein's file and find him, because I do think that there's stuff that he's done, but for the moment we're just gonna say allegedly, because there were times where him, Andrew, and Epstein were on the island together. So there's a lot of stuff going on there, and yeah, good on Scotland Yard for doing their job. MI5, whoever is investigating, good on you guys to do what you're doing. And we can bring all of these perpetrators who done this to these young women. Epstein, he knew exactly what was going to happen, so he took himself off the board allegedly, because a lot of people are saying it looks kind of suspicious, how he went. And so now, after denying a lot of these stuff, Prince Andrew has got a lot of stuff to answer to. The king has put out a statement, and basically in the statement, this is not a quote. In the statement, basically, from what I took from it, is like nobody's above the law, and we just said that they're gonna continue to serve the British people as you know in the manner that they've been carrying on, because we know that the king and the prince have been distancing themselves from Andrew. So let's see what's going on in the news, and see what is made of it. I think they're gonna be like a little quieting of the storm for now until they find anything else, and then it's gonna all blow up. But like I said, let's hope that the Americans are doing the same, and like what the British are doing, and sort out their prime minister. Thank you guys for watching. Keep your ears peeled, because we're coming up with more news.